Hi, I have in my hand a set of Denver Walkie Talkies. They're available with low cost small parcel shipping from freetv.ie. So this is what you get as a standard thing. I'm just going to quickly go through the options we give in relation to this. Okay, it says, do you want rechargeable batteries with it? There's actually a micro USB port on the side of it here, which we can use for charging batteries internally inside it. So each will take 3 batteries, AAAs. So we just give an option, would you like to get 6 batteries with it to cover both units on it, okay? That's the first thing. The next thing here is the actual charger to go on the wall. Do you want that? Do you want just the charger, or do you want the charger with the cable? Okay, so that's basically what we're offering in relation to it here. These are incredibly good value, and they're really good. So we've sold walkie-talkies in the past for about 4 times the cost of this, and they didn't have the range, and they weren't as neat, and they weren't as simple to use. So really impressed, and we just gone for a low markup on these because I think they just absolutely fly off the shelf. We use these inside our own business simply because it's so handy, carry it around, get to talk to each other. So let's just go through how we're going to turn this on. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is how to turn it on here. I just press and hold in here, the light will come on. So inside here I have 3 AAA rechargeable batteries, charged it up already, and this one here we just have it set on channel 6. Okay, so if you want to change the volume on this, you just use the arrow up and down button. So arrow up. So you might think you're changing the channel, but you're not. You're just changing the volume thing. And that's charging the volume, not the volume that people will hear you at, but the volume that you're hearing people from. Okay? So you can just run all the way through here, all the way up to 8, and then you just go all the way back down to 1. You know, so it'll depend on your setting whether you want to go. Probably won't want to go on the 8, but maybe you will if you're in an outdoor area. Okay? So then it comes to the next thing here, which is if we wanted to come along and we're going to turn on the other unit here. So again, I'm going to turn on this unit here. So the first thing is these can call each other because they're both on the same channel. Now I'm going to talk about changing channels in a minute, but I'm just going to show how you'd actually call each other. What we would do here is there's 2 things we can do. I can just press in the button and talk into it, okay, and it'll stay on for about 30 seconds afterwards, comes out in the other one. Or the other thing I can do is I can just do, and it'll call like that. So you double click on it and it calls on the far side, which is probably a more effective way of getting the attention of the other person on the far end, okay? And that's it. So when we come along and we want to change the channels here, we just have to, instead of using the arrow up and down buttons initially, what I do is I press and I hold in this button here to see the light comes up, and now it's channel up and down, so we can come along. So I actually want to leave it here at channel 6, so I'll come along and I press the button again, and now it moves into, there's another series of small buttons on it, and so there's a channel within the channel, and you can change that up and down depending on whatever. I think I flick through up to about channel 20 or 30, I don't know how high that goes. I'm just quickly going to give you a logic of why that would be. Just say you work in an area and there's maybe 6 sections to it, and there's 6 or 8 channels on this. What we can do is we can come along and we can say, right, I'm going to set everybody who's in our garden area up onto channel 1, everybody who's in the retail shop on channel 2, things like that. But you might want to have subgroups inside that. So if you were on channel 2, and by default then everybody who's in channel 2 will be on the small 00. But if you come along, you could change it to, you could have a subgroup inside that group, and you could use it that way and it'll be completely independent. So that part of it will say it's easy to switch around, things like that, but most places just won't be doing that. If you buy multiple kits of this, you can have multiple ways of talking to it. I don't know what the upper limit is, but we've been using them all over the place. The range on it actually says I'm at 3 to 5 kilometers. So I don't know if that could possibly be true. I think very few people will need that type of range, and I don't know if you can expect it at the price we're charging, but I can certainly say from a range of a couple of 100 meters here, these work absolutely perfect. So these are just great. They're great. Like, you could use, they're so inexpensive, you could use them on domestically, on kids' toys. What we do in our reception area here is we hang one of these off a thing and just tell people to press it, and it'll just call people back up to the counter. So just loads and loads of ways of doing it here. Just lovely product. Huge fans of Denver. They're just super European supplier. always top-notch products, never returns, always works, and the price is always great.